Most cars are remembered for their speed. This one is remembered for its attitude. The 1977 Pontiac Trans Am Special Edition wasn't just another muscle car. It became a symbol of rebellion, of late 70s American car culture, and of a black and gold machine sliding sideways across dusty highways with Burt Reynolds behind the wheel. But the real story of the Bandit's car is far stranger than most people realize. Because behind the screaming chicken decal, behind the movie fame, and behind the legendary black paint, there were production secrets, engineering oddities, and strange historical moments that even hardcore Pontiac fans rarely talk about. So today, here are 10 unbelievable facts about the 1977 Pontiac Trans Am Special Edition, and the first one will blow your mind. 10. The secret Y81 versus Y82. Not all Special Edition Trans Ams were the same, and the difference came down to just one letter in the order code. Hardtop cars were coded Y81, T-top versions were coded Y82. That sounds simple, but it created one of the biggest collector mysteries in muscle car history. Pontiac built only 1,861 hardtop Y81 cars, while over 13,000 T-top Y82 versions rolled out of the factory. Back in 1977, many dealers didn't even understand the difference. Customers sometimes ordered T-tops and accidentally received hardtops instead. At the time, it seemed like a mistake. Today, those accidental deliveries are worth six-figure collector money. One tiny code changed everything. 9 of the movie cars weren't even 1977 models. Here's a twist most people never realize. The Trans Ams used in Smokey and the Bandit weren't actually 1977 models. The movie began filming in late 1976 before the new model year cars were ready. So the studio used 1976 Trans Ams and modified them to look like the new 77 design. They added the updated nose, the new grille, and the revised shaker scoop. On screen, they looked perfect, but underneath, they were last year's car. Even crazier. After filming ended, most of the movie cars were destroyed. Only a few survived. Today, those survivors are worth more than authentic production models because of their connection to the film. 8. The shaker hood decal was actually a code. That famous shaker scoop decal wasn't just decoration. It was secretly telling you which engine was under the hood. If the scoop said T/A 6.6, you had the high-performance Pontiac 400W72 engine producing around 200 horsepower. But if it said simply 6.6 liters, things got complicated. That could mean the base Pontiac engine or even an Oldsmobile 403 V8. Yes, some Trans Ams had engines built by a completely different GM division. Pontiac disguised the difference using nearly identical decals. Many buyers never realized what engine they actually had. 7. The legendary T-tops had a huge problem. Those beautiful removable glass roof panels were installed by Hurst Performance, and they looked incredible. But early production versions had a nasty secret. They leaked. Not a little drip during heavy rain. Owners reported water pouring directly into the cabin during car washes or storms. The issue was so bad that Hurst had to redesign the weather seals halfway through production. Some early cars suffered serious rust damage because water collected in the floor pans. Ironically, those flawed early cars are now some of the rarest collector examples today. 6. You could order a factory CB radio. In 1977, Pontiac offered something that felt incredibly futuristic. A factory-installed CB radio. The option code was UN8, and it cost about $195. But it wasn't just a simple radio. It was integrated into the console and came with a microphone, just like truck drivers used. Owners could talk to other drivers on the highway, just like the characters in Smokey and the Bandit, but some police departments didn't like the idea. They believed drivers could use CB radios to monitor police activity. In some places, people were even pulled over for using them. Today, finding a Trans Am with its original CB system intact is extremely rare. 5. The Screaming Chicken was the biggest decal ever. That giant Firebird decal on the hood wasn't just big. It was the largest automotive decal ever offered by a major manufacturer at the time. Measuring more than 45 inches wide, installing it required special training to avoid wrinkles or bubbles. Pontiac designers tested over 200 different bird designs before settling on the final one. The artist who created it wasn't even a car designer. He was a commercial illustrator who normally worked on cereal box artwork. Pontiac wanted a graphic bold enough to catch your eye from far away. And it worked. That bird became one of the most recognizable symbols in automotive history. 4. Manual transmission cars were extremely rare. Most Trans Ams from 1977 were automatics. Insurance companies were making life difficult for muscle car owners. Manual transmission cars were considered high risk, so dealers often encouraged buyers to choose the automatic version. As a result, only about 3,800 special editions received the 4-speed manual transmission. And the rarest combination of all, a hardtop Y81 with the W72 performance engine and a 4-speed gearbox. Experts believe fewer than 500 cars were built that way. Today, that combination is the ultimate prize for collectors. 3. The famous Screaming Chicken name was originally an insult. The huge Firebird decal was officially called the Trans Am Hoodbird, but one automotive journalist hated it. During a review, he described the graphic as looking like a screaming chicken hit by a truck. It was meant as criticism. Instead, fans loved the name. Dealers started using it. Buyers began asking specifically for the Trans Am with the Screaming Chicken. Pontiac executives initially hated the nickname, but eventually they realized something important. The insult had become the perfect marketing slogan. 2. The gold snowflake wheels used aerospace technology. Those iconic gold wheels weren't simply painted. Pontiac used an advanced coating process called physical vapor deposition. The aluminum coating was applied in a vacuum chamber, layer by microscopic layer. The technology came from the aerospace industry. It created a finish that looked like gold, but was more durable than paint. The downside? The process wasn't perfectly consistent. Some wheels looked champagne-colored, others looked deep gold, even copper. No two sets were exactly identical. 1. The wildest secret. A 4-door Trans Am. Now for the fact that almost sounds impossible. In late 1977, Pontiac engineers built a single experimental 4-door Trans Am Special Edition. It was created as a concept for executives who wanted the Trans Am style, but needed practicality. Engineers extended the frame and added rear doors from another Pontiac model. The car still had the black and gold paint, the Screaming Chicken hood, and even removable roof panels. Executives drove it for testing, but Pontiac quickly decided it would damage the Trans Am's image, so the project was cancelled. Officially, the car was destroyed, but rumors say it may have been quietly sold to a Pontiac engineer who later moved to Mexico. If it still exists today, it could be worth millions. The 1977 Pontiac Trans Am Special Edition wasn't just a movie star. It was a car filled with strange decisions, hidden engineering stories, and unexpected moments in automotive history. And maybe that's why it became more than just a machine. It became a symbol of an era when muscle cars refused to disappear, even when the world around them was changing. So if you enjoyed discovering these hidden facts about the Bandit's legendary ride, make sure you like the video and subscribe to the channel. And click on the next video on your screen, because the story of another forgotten automotive legend is waiting for you there.